So guys, as we approach the 50-day anniversary of the most important day in the history of the world, September 26th, let's see if these calendars have told us the truth from September 26th on the dates it's given us. All right, September 26th, the most important day in the history of the world, the day the world was supposed to change. Let's see what happened. Why did they give us September 26th so hard? September 26th was the Great Eight Day. The Great Eight Day. And the very next day was Shimshat Torah, September 27th. So that's the 23rd and 23rd connection. On Elul 23, in the Hebrew month, because we're in a leap year, in the Hebrew month, this date was Elul. Elul 23 was 9/11/01. That was the exact date of Elul 23. This is why we had September 26th. So what happened on September 26th? On September 26th, it was over here. We got the Nazarella killing. On this September 26th, 27th day, we had the Nazarella killing over here. Which was massive news. Mainstream media ran all over that. It was the headline, Red Linked on Drudge. This guy was the leader of Hamas for decades, and it happened exactly on our day. We had a month in advance, September 26th, right? What else happened September 26th? On September 26th, magically, Florida got a massive Category 4 hurricane, right? A Category 4 hurricane in Florida on September 26th. Then, on October 9th, Florida got hit with another hurricane on October 29th. All right? What was October 29th? What was October 9th? October 9th was the Julian date, September 26th, right here. So, as you see, we had the Nazareth killing and multiple major Category 4, Category 3 hurricanes in Florida on that exact day. So September 26th was obviously a massive day that we had a month in advance, right? You don't see the other watch people having this date because they don't know how to read calendars. These people did not educate themselves. They're lost in outer space. The point is that the answer is in these calendars. What is the next date it had after September 26th? The next day it had after September 26th was October 21st. Why? Because October 21st was 9/11 on the Hebrew, and it was 7/11 on the Torah. So it was 7/11 and 9/11 right here. 7/11, 9/11, October 21st. What happened on October 21st? Nothing major, but we got a major double top in the market on the canary in the coal mine indicator on that day. That wasn't a major event, but we had to have that day. It was 7/11, 9/11. What is the day we had after October 21st? The calendar told us October 25th, connected to the 21st. What happened October 25th? A massive ritual. On October 26th, Israel hit inside of Iran. It was the 25th here and the 26th there, okay? So there is your September 26th and October 26th. So what was October 25th and 26th? It was, again, Tishri 23, our September 23rd connection, because Tishri means 1 and 7. 1 and 7, right? And if you write the number 1 here, that's 321, TikTok. That's why they had all the monkeys chanting TikTok. So bottom line is, on September 26th and October 26th, we got massive rituals. Massive rituals. And as you see, Donnie Darko's arm, what date did he have? He had the date 6/28 and 12/24. What's 6/28 and 12/24? Well, obviously, Oct is October 26th. So here it says October 26th, and on his other side it says 12/24. Let's look at the calendar. October 26th and 12/24 right here, only in 2024. Right here because it's a leap year. It's pointing right to this day. Hillary Clinton's birthday, right here, October 26th. Okay, and we got other massive rituals on that day, but the most important one was the Israel attacking Iran ritual. Okay, so far in the past 50 days, we picked technically 3 days, okay? The next date we had was November 2nd. November 2nd, why? That weekend, obviously there was so much connected to November 2nd. The Terminator Judgment Day, Elul 29, the day of financial reckoning, and then we found out later is actually also the father of Freemasonry, the Grand Poobah, his birthday connected to this day, November 2nd, 829. Okay, so November 2nd was important. What happened November 2nd? Nothing really, but we had to have that day. But look what happened November 2nd. Trump blowing the microphone on stage. Trumpet blowing. All over the headlines was trumpet blowing on that day. So the Trump was blowing on that day, November 2nd. All right. So far in the past 50 days, have 3 exact days. We have 3 headlines, major headlines. You can call it trumpet blowing major or not, but that's a ritual. That is a ritual on that day. They're showing it to you. The next date we had was November 8th. November 8th, okay? November 8th had to be coded. It was the most important day in history. November 8th was your March 5th connection. On the Black Eyed Peas, the date 3/5 is X'd out. That was on November 8th. The Julian date on November 8th was October 26th. If you look at Back to the Future on their time machine, it shows the date 11/5. What month are we in on November 8th? Obviously, Gentile month 11, Jew day 5, 11/5. The Back to the Future time machine shows October 26th. And on the Hebrew calendar, on November 8th, the date was 88 because Shezvan means 8. So he had a perfect, precise connection perfectly to the Back to the Future on that day. I mean, there is no other day Back to the Future connects to precisely than this day. What else do we have on 3/5? On 3/5, on the March 5th calendar, if you go to March 5th, the date was 12/25, Christmas at Ground Zero. There is your Christmas at Ground Zero, exactly connected to November 8th. What else do we have on 3/5? The movie, The Day After Tomorrow, came out on May 28th. The Day After Tomorrow is May 30th, 5/3 again. So that's November 8th. Everything was coded on this day, November 8th. If you go to the Torah calendar on March 5th, the date was 12/23. What was 12/23 on our calendar? 12/23 on our calendar was exactly our September 26th connection, right here. September 26th connection, right there. Okay, so Elul means 12. So bottom line, you had to have 3/5. Now, listen, the point I'm even making this video, I'm telling you all this, is because what they are doing is what they did. They connected everything to November 8th. November 8th was so massive, so ritualistic, and the most important thing on November 8th, all the Trump-Iran assassination headlines. Everything was connected to November 8th because Trump's 2 assassinations were on 7/11 and 5/6 on the Jewish calendars. The only day that's 5/6 and 7/11 is November 8th. So guys, how do we know I knew the exact headline or the exact ritual on the exact day? Because the calendars told you. I said, watch Trump-Iran on November 8th. Said that week in advance. I said, watch on that exact day. I didn't pick 6 days in a row like Fletcher and Dr. Barry Dumbass. Okay, so these calendars tell you the exact day. So what is the point of me telling you that? Well, because the Julian date, as you saw that hurricane, the second hurricane that hit Florida was on October 9th, which was Julian, September 26th. So obviously they're using the Julian calendar. You got to be a total imbecile not to see that at this point, right? So what did iPetGo tell you? iPetGo told you market collapse war coverage on 5/6, 6/5. What date is November 8th? There's your 9, there's your 5. And Google Glitch, the Google Glitch told you that World War III would start with Iran on 5/6, May 6th, back in 2020. And that went viral on January 7th, precisely connected to our November 8th date, right? So you had iPetGo telling you market collapse war coverage exactly on 5/6, November 8th. Why are they giving you November 8th and September 26th and October 26th so hard? They are giving you all the 26 and 29 days. November 2nd on the Torah calendar was the 29th. So what days are they giving you? They're giving you 29 and 26 over and over again. They're hitting you with 29, 26, right? So what was November 8th? November 8th was the Julian, October 26th. So what day are we looking at? We're looking at the 14th. The 14th on the calendar is is the Julian date, the November 2nd, which is the 29th. That's our 29th connection. And here's the November 14th that happened back in 2020, I think it was. November 14th, Turkish media published footage of detention of a woman suspected of committing terrorist attack in the center of Istanbul. The message on the hoodie says, "Run from New York. Run away from New York." Okay? November 16th, the advertisement in the Times Square inscription Russian, "It's time to go home." Right? Right there, 116. What's 116? Or 1116? 1116, 1114, run from New York. And 2 days later, it's time to go home. Right? So, point being is on November 14th. Let's look at November 14th. Guys, November 14th is the day 911. This is Brother Dana posted back on 11, whatever, a couple days ago. So 911 is the date on 11/14. And if the Jew calendars are 6 months apart, so if you take 9 minus 6, very simple, a third grader, ask them what 9 minus 6 is. The Jew calendars are 6 months apart. We're in month 9. 9 minus 6 is 3. So the date on November 14th is not only 911, but it's also 314. The exact thing in Back to the Future. And if you saw in the last video, I didn't figure it out till the end of that last video while I was taping that last video. But guys, this was crazy. December 29th, December means 10. So Oct 29 is November 2nd. This is why they had the birthday cakes I talked about in the last video, and Father's Day on November 10th, connected to November 1st. So obviously they're going to pull some sort of ritual on the Julian date on the 14th. It's too connected. It's either the night of the 14th or 15th. So obviously they do stuff at night into the next day or the next day. It's within that 24-hour period starting at midday. But the point of me bringing this up again is this is the connection to November 14th on top of what I just showed you, Pi Day. Okay? This is massive. And I showed you in the last video, SNL had a skit, and that skit was on November 9th. November 9th, I'm not going to show it again, but November 9th was June 6th. I mean, 4/2. So November 9th, if you go to the 4/2 on the Torah calendar, as I showed in the last video, that day was June 6th. And on November 9th, 9/9, because November means 9, on 9/9, SNL has a skit about dad dying with the 33 on the guy's sweatshirt, and the Philadelphia Eagles, which just happened to play on Thursday Night Football this week. Guys, the point is these calendars are not missing dates. 4 dates and 50 dates. 4 days in the past 50 days, and every one of those days we got massive headlines. Trump fake assassination ritual on November 8th. Back to the Future connected November 8th. All of it, okay? Then you got that November 14th, Run from New York headline. And look at Trump's calm before the storm. Really, guys? Back in October 5th, Trump said this may be the calm before the storm. They published this on October 6th, but he said it October 5th. Look at that timestamp, 11:14 on CNN back in 2017. Really? Like they didn't know. And the video timestamp 3/5. What's 11:14? Obviously November 14th. But what's 3/5? 9 minus 6 is 3. Jew calendars, 6 months apart. 3/5 is right here. 3/5 is November 8th. If we go to 3/5 on the Torah calendar, 3/5 on the Torah calendar is May 14th, Israel's birthday. And the very next day is May 15th, right? And May 15th is Pentecost, 3/6. So May 14th and May 15th are November 14th and November 15th connection, because on the Jewish calendar we're in currently 9 minus 6 is 3. So on November 14th, the date is 3/14, and on November 15th, the date is 3/15. If you go to the movie Knowing and you see scratched on the table, the date scratched on the table is 5/15. 5/15. And in the movie, they talk about Pentecost. In that movie Knowing, what is the only day that's 5/15 in Pentecost? Only in 2024. This does not connect in 2025, obviously, or any other year. May 15th and Pentecost only connect in 2024. This is the year, not next year, not century from now. This is the year if you know your calendars. That's why we're getting all these massive rituals on these exact dates the calendars are telling you. You gotta be I'm gonna swear again. You gotta be a dumbass not to see this at this point, guys. So we have the market skyrocketing. And the church must respect the prophet. Just kidding. So I said on that Monday, I said, watch, when Bitcoin was at 80 some thousand, 81 or 82, whatever thousand, I said, watch, this thing's going to skyrocket to 88. And it went right to 88 that day. I thought it was going to happen on Thursday, but it's sticking right on this level. Right now, today I'm recording this, it's 89. So right in this 88, 89 level, 89 out of time, 88, Back to the Future. That's why I said 88. But just exactly to 88 on Monday, and it was 88 days after the Jesuit's birthday. This thing is a complete, utter scam, utter sham, okay? Either way, look at this. Okay, so everything was connected. Everything's connected. iPet Goat, March 5th, Black Eyed Peas, October 26th, Donnie Darko's arm. Everything is connected to November 8th. Why? And you got the Trump assassination headline on November 8th. Trump's 2 assassinations, like I just said, were on 5/6, July 13th, and 7/11, September 15th, both connected to this day, November 8th. All they're doing, it's so simple. Well, we'll find out if it's simple, but all they're doing is they're taking the October 26th and showing it as October 29th, but not our October 29th. They're showing it as the October 29th right here. That was November 2nd. Terminator Judgment Day. And somebody posted, which I forgot, the time on Terminator Judgment Day was exactly 2:14. So not only was Terminator Judgment Day on 8/29 connected to November 2nd, but also was on 2/14. Guys, we're in the month of Shezvan on the Hebrew calendar. Shezvan means 2, and the date we have right here, 2/14, and that was the time of Terminator Judgment Day. Right here, 8/29 and 2/14, okay? What is 8/29 and 2/14? Guys, at this point, we're not imbeciles anymore, all right? The Julian date on November 14th is exactly the date, November 2nd, which on the calendar is 8/29. And on our current calendar, Shezvan 14, exactly 2/14. The only day that 8/29 and 2/14 connect is on November 14th into 15th. What in the world? Okay, but check this out. So all the mainstream ran with this. Trump says calm before the storm on October 5th. Look at that timestamp. Oct 5, 8/5. Let's go to the Torah on 8/5. Calm before the storm. Here's the date, 8/5, right here on the Torah calendar. What is the very next day? 8/6, right? 8/6, 9/8. So let's go to 9/8. 9/8, exactly our day, November 8th. Oh, they're putting everything on November 8th because November 8th was Julian October 26th and playing it out on Oct 29, 8/29 on the other calendar, which connects to November 14th. This is not rocket science at this point. It's right in our face. And look what the Q-PSYOP posted. It's coming, the end, 11/11. And look at the timestamp, 11/11. Are you kidding me? Like, you don't think the Jesuits know about timestamps? A couple months back, I'm not going to look for it, but a couple months back, if you go on the Q Twitter feed, you'll see they posted something saying timestamps matter. They literally said timestamps matter, okay? They didn't make that up. 11/11, 11/11. When's 11/11? Not November 11th, not dumbass November 11th. It's literally, you have to look at the biblical and Torah calendars. Gentile month 11, Jewish date 11, exactly on November 14th. And what is that day? 9/11. And when you take 9 minus 6, because the Jew calendars are 6 months apart, Google Jewish calendars, 6 months apart. Okay, so this date is 9/11 and 3/11. The pandemic started on 3/11. And the 9/11 obviously was September 11th, 01. So 9/11, 3/11. But when did the U.S. declare itself a national disaster, the entire country, for the first time? On 3/13. On 3/13, 2020. Look at the date on the Torah on the Hebrew calendar. We are in the Torah month 3 and the Hebrew day 13. Okay, because it's a leap year, so they try to confuse you. So 3/13 and 3/11 on the same damn day. Guys, so what month are we in right now? November November, okay? Remember the 5th of November. Why? Why should you remember the 5th of November? Because the Julian date on the 5th of November is October 26th, and the reflection of the 26th to the 29th played out right here. Literally, you go to November 2nd. November 2nd is Terminator Judgment Day, like I keep saying. It's all right here. There's no other day that connects. No other day that connects. And this all connects to September 26th, the most important day. September 26th was that Elul 29 code, the father's birthday, right? The father's birthday, Elul 29. That's why September 26th was so big. September 26th, if you look at September 26th, what is the reflection of September 26th? It is the date 29 right here. And what does Elul mean? Elul means 12. 12/29, the father's birthday right here, October 3rd. So CNN has an article. CNN came out with this article on April 30th, 2022. And between the lines, see that little line right there? Between the lines, it said knocking on the door of Judgment Day, right? And that was April 30th, 2022. And if we go to the date, April 30th, 2022, that day was 128. 128. What is the next day? It's 129, May Day, 129. So all we simply do is go to our September calendar, 726, and the Jew calendars are 6 months apart. If you don't understand that, stop watching, go watch Steve Fletcher. Okay, the Jew calendars are 6 months apart. 7 minus 6 is 1, right? So what is the day after 128? It's 129, October 3rd, 129. 129. Okay, so what day is 129? It's literally, they're hiding it right here. This is the day, November 2nd. And look at the date, right? October 3rd, 10/3. Look at the timestamp in that article from back in April 30, 2022, 10/3. Give me a break. They're telling you Judgment Day. They're telling you Judgment Day is literally right here on October 3rd, on 129. So the Julian connection, once again, is our November 14th and 15th day. Right here, November 14th and 15th. It's not rocket science at this point. Julian Day. The earthquake in New York was on April 5th. It was the 26th. The fake eclipse on April 8th was the 29th. Everything is 26 and 29. It's the Father's damn birthday. Guys, what does Adar mean? Adar means 12. The fake earthquake, 12/26. The fake eclipse, 12/29. Everything is on 26 and 29. 26 and 29, right? I just showed you. The Nasrallah killing, multiple hurricanes on the 26th. Then you had Terminator and all of that on the 29th. You had Israel attacking on the 26th day, right? And then when did Beirut get bombed by Israel? On July 30th. That was the date, 5/3. July means 5. There's your 3/5 connection, connected to November 8th. It's not that difficult. Literally, they're giving you the 26 and 29. So the day we're watching, as hard as we can watch, is the night of November 14th, sometime November 14th into November 15th. We don't know if it's November 14th or 15th. Technically, the Julian date on November 15th is our connection to November 2nd, the 29th, right? So we're technically watching the 15th, but it should happen somewhere between the 14th into the 15th, right there. And what should happen? I don't know, World War III maybe? Because iPet Goat says World War III is on 5/6 market collapse war coverage. And the Google glitch says Iran World War III is on 5/6. 5/6 is literally right here, guys. 5/6 right here. 6s or 9s. 5/6 November 8th. So all they're doing is they're playing everything out on this day. 9/11, 3/11. The circle back. The circle back. That's why that redhead Pasaki lady kept saying circle back. This is circle back ritual. Let's finish with this. Let's never forget the January calendar, month 11, right? January calendar, month 11, right here. 11 minus 6 is 5. What date is that? This date right here, 11/14, is our date that we're looking at. 126, 926, all of it. 11/14, that's why X-Files made viral go Friday afternoon. Nothing's going to happen on Friday afternoon because everyone knows X-Files and Friday afternoon. But this is why they're showing it, because November 14th or January 26th, I mean, was 11/14 on the Jewish calendar. It was a Friday. That's the date we're watching. 11/26, the Trump sentencing. Obviously, there's something with Trump that they're showing us going to happen on 11/14. Maybe he gets sentenced. You know, Iran sentences Trump. I don't know what happens. This is New Year's Eve, connected to Blondie. Let's actually finish with Blondie. Blondie shows a nuke on New Year's Eve. The date numerology, 9/6. And what I just showed you, October 3rd. October 3rd on the September calendar. Go back, rewind the video, and see what are the odds that we're looking at the date 10/3. I just showed you October 3rd in that timestamp on the CNN article, connected right to 129. And the date numerology of November 14th is 96. But look at the bottom right here. See right here how it says 8? 8 right here? 829. What date are we watching? We're watching the Father's damn birthday. 829, right? Asteroid impact, whatever, 829. So they're giving you 5 days here, but all five of these days connect over a 24-hour period, starting at midday on November 14th into midday November 15th. Why? Because 77, if we go to the Torah calendar on 77, like I showed in the prior video, 7/7 was 9/11. September 11th this year was on Torah calendar 7/7. Then I just showed you that New Year's Eve, the New Year's Eve, right before the New Year's Eve of trees on the January calendar is right here, New Year's Eve. And what are the odds? It's 10/3/96. What's the 22nd? Go look at the September 26th date, the 22nd. Go look at the September 26th date. On the Hebrew calendar, it's the 27th. Every one of these days are in the same day. I will utterly burn her with fire in one day. It's not our one day. It's over a 24-hour period starting midday or midnight or sometime on the 14th into the 15th is my guess. Okay? But this is way too much that connects to November 14th. It's the Julian date, the 29th, November 2nd. Once again, what are the damn odds that Terminator shows 8/29 and 2/14? The only day that's 8/29 and 2/14 is in the year 2024. It doesn't connect to any other year, except if you're in a leap year, which doesn't happen for another 4 years. So the knucklehead morons are looking at Rapture 2025 and all that. I'm not even talking about the Rapture. I'm talking about the day nukes fall upon your head. Then a nuke falls upon your head. This is the day. So we're going to float up before then. So that is the day right here. We're looking at the November 14th Pi Day. Let me finish with this. Guys, I just showed you 314, 9 minus 6, 3, right? So 314 is Pi Day, right? If you go to the January calendar, let me find it here. January calendar. When was Bye Bye Miss American Pie recorded? It was recorded on 5/26. 11 minus 6 is 5. 11 minus 6 is 5. So what are the odds that Bye Bye Miss American Pie was recorded on 5/26 and Pi Day is November 14th, 3/14? Come on. Terminator, Julian dates, 9/11, 3/11, 3/13, all of it connects to precisely November 14th and the 15th. There's something going down on the night November 14th and 15th, and the market charts, look at the market charts. Okay, this was on November 11th, right? This line that I have drawn, this little thing right here, November 11th. This candle right here is called an island top reversal. Okay, it's better if you look at it on the real market. So this right here is, if you just Google island top reversal, you'll see this exact candle. And what happened on November 12th? The market went down, right? It topped. The island top reversal candle is in. We have an island top, guys, exactly on November 11th. So the top is in. The island top is in. Look at that candle, right? And then look at this. Island reversal right here. That candle is a precise island reversal candle. And what happens after the island reversal? Bada bang, bada boom. Good night, Irene. All right? Now you got the island top reversal in. Can it be a fake out? Sure, it can be anything, right? We're using probabilities here. Probability is that November 14th, late November 14th, I say mid to late November 14th into November 15th looks very coded and very hot. These calendars have not missed. That we've had major rituals or at least major headlines on those days, with the Trump fake assassination headline on on the 8th, and then you had the trumpet blowing on November 2nd. You had Israel hitting Iran on October 26th. You had multiple hurricanes on September 26th. So these 26 and 29s are huge. The next 29 on the board is the night of 14th into 15th. All right, let's actually finish with this. So the Wall Street adage saying is, sell on Rosh Hashanah, buy in Yom Kippur. Sell on Rosh Hashanah, buy in Yom Kippur. But we live in a damn mirror, okay? So look at the date, 9/5. Right here, 9/5, November 5th. Okay, either you can look at this, but November 5th. Look at November 5th, right here, 9/5. That was our date. The 6th. Okay, so 5th and the 6th, the Trump election, 9/5. Buy in Rosh Hashanah, sell in Yom Kippur. We live in a mirror, so buy on Rosh Hashanah, sell on Yom Kippur. It should be the opposite. Sell on Yom, whatever it is. So bottom line is, you're supposed to sell at the Feast of Trumpets and then buy in Yom Kippur, the 10 days of all you're not supposed to hold. That's what the Wall Street adage is. But it's the exact opposite, because what happened on exactly 9/5, November 5th? On November 5th, the stock market pumped, as we all know. It just took off, right? And look at the date, 9/5. See that date, 9/5, our day 5, Jew day 9, or Jew month 9. Let's go back to 9/5 here. Look at September 5th, guys. September 5th was exactly Rosh Hashanah, the civil new year. 9/5, for God's sake. And then the market pumped. Instead of selling on Rosh Hashanah and buying Yom Kippur, you should buy on Rosh Hashanah and sell on Yom Kippur. Bottom line is, Yom Kippur is the day of judgment. The holiest day on the Jewish calendar is the day of judgment, okay? And the Yom Kippur, and that's on the 14th, September 14th, 9/14. So we simply go again back to 9/14, November 14th, and here we are again and again and again. So what's going to happen on Pi Day, Terminator Judgment Day, 26 and 29 connection, the Father's birthday, the holiest day on the Satanic calendar? The highest of all holy days in the Satanic religion is the date of one's own birthday. Okay? The direct contradiction of holy days of other religions would defy a particular God who'd been created. So the Satanist celebrates his own birthday as the most important holiday of the year. This is why they make birthdays such a big deal on Facebook and the rest of it. It's the highest Satanic day of the year, one's own birthday. Okay? And when's Father's birthday? The father of Freemasonry, his birthday is on November 2nd, Terminator Judgment Day, 8/29, Oct 29, December 29. December means 10. So this is why on the Julian date, November 15th is November 2nd. November 14th is the day prior. So sometime in the 14th into the 15th is where we're watching. All right, this is the last thing. This is it. All right, so October 25th, the date, 3/2/1, TikTok. The very next day, the day of international judgment, Tishri 24, September 24th, Doomsday. Okay, 3/2/1. They got all the monkeys chanting TikTok. All right, so when is October 26th? Well, obviously it's October 29th, right? I just said October 29th, 6s or 9s, and then played out on the Julian calendar, which is the 14th and 15th. Guys, see how you have to use a little bit of brain power? How many people on Earth know? Okay, let's look at October 26th to begin with. Donnie Darko and September 24th and the rest of it. And then 6s or 9s. And when you go to November 2nd, it's the 29th, Father's birthday, and nothing happens. And you're like, okay, let's look at November 8th. And you look at November 8th and everything is connected to November 8th. And nothing major happens November 8th except for the Trump ritual headlines, obviously. Then obviously what they're doing is using the 29th, Father's birthday cake, happy Father's Day, right here on the 14th and 15th. And like I said in Terminator, the 15th, November 15th is the Julian, November 2nd, the 29th, and Shezvan 14. So it both connects to both to November 14th and November 15th, the same day. That's why we don't know if it's the 14th or 15th. Let's pretend it is the 15th as Judgment Day. That's a precise match. October 29th, which is November 2nd, 8/29, on the Torah, Terminator Judgment Day, and the time 2:14. connects right to November 15th. So you don't know if it's the 14th or 15th, but like I keep saying, the middle of 14 into middle of 15, or sometime 14, 15 is what we're looking at. Either way, there you go. Market's reversing. Let's give you a final market update. And here we are, November 13th. And look at that candle. Made a big, big indecision candle is what that one's called. See, island top reversal, indecision. Just go back and look at that island top. This is an island top. Something's going down. Look at the reversion of the mean on the daily, right? And all the rest of it. But either way, it's going down. Let's look at Hal Turner news real quick. Obviously, Hal Turner's covert intel is nonsense, but this is not covert intel. Maria Zakharova of the Russian Foreign Ministry said something very blunt, unusual, and very worrisome this morning. Moscow will regard the permission for Kiev to strike deep into the Russian Federation as the entry of NATO countries into a direct armed conflict. She went on to say the response will be imminent and devastating to the West. All right, that's it.